For those watching this after it's already been uploaded, I'm going to just sit here in silence because I don't want to sit here just talking about nothing. Today, I really don't have a topic. I just want to talk about kind of like what's going on in boxing, um, like stuff like Xavier Martinez versus Robson Conceição. I'm really invested in this fight because I want Robson Conceição to win. Considering I kind of thought he got robbed in his last fight against Oscar Valdez, and I interviewed Herbert Conceição, and they're like really good buddies. So if Herbert gave me an interview and that's his man's, I hope he wins. And then who knows, maybe I get an interview out of that. And I feel like I would because when I interviewed Herbert Conceição, I got a lot of followers from Brazil. They started subscribing and stuff like that. Just probably like boxing fans from over there who speak English. So yeah, I'm a little bit invested in this fight because because of the potential interview I could get. Who knows? Maybe even if he loses, which I'm hoping doesn't happen, maybe the interview will still be good because it'll be like how he feels and what's his plans coming forward and shit like that. Sometimes like I went to school for journalism, and I remember reading a book, and some like old school journalists, boxing journalists from like the 30s said sometimes the better stories in the losers locker room. So I don't know if something happens this weekend where it's along those lines, but hopefully not. Hopefully he wins and I could get an interview of him after his big win of an undefeated fighter. From what I understand, this Xavier kid is pretty decent. I haven't seen him. I heard of him a few times, but I haven't seen him, to be honest with you. But yeah, no, this is gonna be a interesting fight. Also, the undercard, if I remember correctly, is pretty decent. It's pretty decent. Let me see who's on this undercard. There's a couple undefeated fighters. I'm not too familiar with the names. Nico Ali Walsh, for those who care. Oh, Bruce Carrington. Uh, he's from Brooklyn. I'm familiar with him. They call him Shoo Shoo. He's from Brownsville, Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken. And I actually saw Bob Arum give like a whole speech about him. He was like, "I'm really happy to promote this kid because he's from my, from the old neighborhood." Saying like he's from Brooklyn. Like I have a special investment. I wonder if he really takes a liking to Shoo Shoo, Bruce Carrington. That would be dope. That would be dope. Because then let's see what happens when the top ranked machine actually invests in a black fighter as far as promoting it hard. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, try. Let's wait for some people to come on. Hopefully people want to hear what I got to say. Nobody's on yet. Yo, I'll be rewatching these sometimes just for like to see what I'm gonna edit out and put out as a short clip. And sometimes when I'm watching the whole thing, I hear the gulp when I'm drinking. I'm like, damn. I don't know if the subscribers actually like that. Let me take a step back. Like one of those little things like you have to see it to know that it's happening, you know. But yeah, nothing big happening in boxing. I guess since we got a lot of good fights to the end of the year, we got Canelo, we got Crawford, we got Devin Haney, we got Tank Davis, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder was in October. We got all those good fights in the last quarter of the year. That since all those guys have kind of just fought, then that's why we're not having anything big happening right now. I wish. Oh shit! I ain't even put the link in. I mean, probably best I do it now, right? Now that only one person's here. But there we go. Hold on one second. Trying to talk and like do two things at the same time. It's not good. I'm trying to pin the link to the top of the chat so that way for when more people come in, if they want to call in, they could they could do that. Hold on. All right, and boom. All right, so link is pinned to the top of the chat now. So if you guys want to call in, please do. Well, there's nobody here yet for when people get here. But yeah, since we got getting back to my point earlier, since we got all those good fights to end the year, that's why we're not getting good fights to start the year. But once come April and May, man, we're gonna get some fantastic fights because Canelo fights in May. Um, Ryan Garcia announced he's coming back in April. Teofimo announced that he's coming back in May. Um, who else? Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez in April. There's going to be a big Puerto Rican Day Parade fight, most likely Edgar Berlanga, or if Jose Pedraza beats Jose Ramirez, maybe Jose Pedraza, who knows? But my point is that like, shit's gonna start heating up, and and these young guys at 140 pounds, they're gonna come up and they're gonna start challenging Josh Taylor, Teofimo, who's moving up, and challenging all these guys. And a lot of these guys are talented. And a lot of them are on the PBC side. So for the guys who like watching fights on Showtime and Fox better than they do ESPN or DAZN, you guys got that going for you. At 140, I got a strong hold of that. I got Elvis Rodriguez. Yeah, I got Brandon Lee, Richardson Hitchens, Subriel Matias. Like, y'all got us at 140. PBC is stacked. Gary Antoine Russell. Like, they stacked at 140. That could be a whole round robin right there. And it's like people, and this goes to show that boxing ain't dead, man. There's still a lot of talent out there. All those guys I mentioned at one point have impressed me. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I'm like, oh, wow, like, really? That happened? Oh, really? He can make that move? He can get out of that scenario? I seen Elvis Rodriguez knock somebody out with a jab. I seen Brandon Lee knock somebody out cold. Like, just cold out. You know what I'm saying? Gary Antoine Russell, how many knockouts that guy got? Like, what? He's like 16-0 with like what 15 knockouts or 16 knockouts, whatever it is. You know what? Let me check that. Let me Google that, man. If I'm over here. Because I know he has a lot of knockouts, Gary Antoine Russell. Hold on one second. Let me see. Yeah, 14-0 with 14 knockouts. So we got all this talent at 140, man. Montana Love impressed me in his Ivan Baranchik fight. And his last fight, he even impressed me, but I didn't like that he ain't make weight. So that gives me concern as far as how serious he's taking the sport. But 140 is stacked, man. Stacked. I like that division. That division excites me more than at 135 because at 140 those fights seem more possible in the near future. The thing is, Devin Haney wants $1 billion to fight. Tank Davis is only fighting PBC fighters. Ryan Garcia is having like mental issues. And like, I don't know, like, what's up with the Cambosos and Devin Haney negotiations or Cambosos Loma negotiations? I haven't heard nothing about it. Nothing. So it's like, y'all really trying to make fights, man, at 135. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's a good division. A lot of those guys are talented, and with the exception of Devin Haney, I know I don't think he's a bum, but I don't think he's like this big superstar they're trying to make him. But point is, there's a lot of talent at 135, but those guys aren't fighting each other for whatever reason. So it's hard to get excited for that. So 140, now that I'm seeing all these young guys coming up, I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited for 140. 140 is a very talented division. Very talented division. And then you even got the veterans, Jose Cepeda there. Jose Pedraza, Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor being the undisputed champion. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm telling you, Teofimo moving up, and Tank Davis fought at 140 before Mario Barrios. You don't think for the right fight he'll move up? If Subriel Matias becomes a superstar in Puerto Rico, he won't fight in the Madison Square Garden, the Puerto Rican Day Parade. You don't think that'll happen? Yo, 140, it could be a money maker. Usually 147 is the money maker. But all those names I just mentioned are action fighters, are have somewhat of a notoriety, and they bring something to the table. They're very fun to watch. Very fun to watch. You're not going to tell me that seeing Brandon Lee knock somebody out unconscious is not entertaining. That Elvis Rodriguez knocking somebody out with a jab wasn't entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Seeing freaking Gary Antoine Russell go 14-0 with 14 knockouts. Like, yo, like, yeah, man, it's time to get excited for these guys. These people, they want to brand themselves the Four Kings. Okay, that's how they branded themselves. What are we gonna brand this group coming up? That's what I want to know. What are we gonna brand this group coming up? Because this is a very talented group coming up. And again, if they don't make the money at 140, once they move up to 147, those fights can happen in the second glamour division. After the heavyweights, the glamour division is probably the welterweights right now, because Floyd and Sugar Ray Leonard pretty much are the two that really made that division like a really, really important one. So I'm excited for 140. 140 is a very, very interesting division. I'm looking forward to the future of it. Hopefully these guys get into the ring and and don't use whatever purse splits and get in the way, most of these guys on PBC, so that cross the street shit won't be an excuse. So let's go, man. I love that division. I love it. 140 is definitely probably my favorite division right now. My favorite. Over lightweight. And you guys know I love the lightweight division, but again, these guys aren't fighting each other, so it kind of like, yeah, there's a lot of talent there, but they're not fighting each other. So okay, like, oh yeah, Tank. Who hasn't not been impressed by Tank? I just say Tank need to fight better people, but yeah, I'm not gonna say he's a bum or I don't see he got skills. Nah, motherfucker got skills, man. Tank got skills. He just being promoted a weird way, man. I want to see him in tougher. That's it. But I see he's talented. Same thing with Lomachenko. I think he's a very talented fighter. Cambosos, he showed me something special in that Teofimo fight. I was there at the fight. He showed me something because I know Teofimo a dog, and I know Teofimo came in shape. I don't know. He's saying that he had lung problems and all this and all that. I'm not sure he had lung problems, but I know he was in shape. He didn't get tired until the end of the fight. And that was because he gassed himself out trying to close the show after he dropped him. So, Cambosos gets full credit for that win. In my opinion, he's the lineal champion. Oh, not even my opinion. He is the lineal champion. So, and then Devin Haney doesn't impress me. Really, like, he just doesn't have enough power. You got to have power to impress me. You know what I'm saying? I got Mike Tyson behind me, man. Think I want to see somebody like just kind of win. I just don't see nothing special in Devin Haney. I think if Jojo Diaz can rough you up, what's gonna happen when it's Tank Davis roughing you up? It's different type of roughing up in him. Yeah, nah, but who else is that? Like, oh, Ryan Garcia. I've never doubted his talent or his power or his speed. The only thing is his defense, and it's not even necessarily his defense, is him keeping his chin up. If he could just correct that, I don't ever feel like he ever gets hit a lot. Part of it is because he gets these knockouts, so he doesn't really have the opportunity to get hit. But I never look at him and think like, oh, he needs to work on his defense. I just think he needs to work on keeping that chin down. Like, that's what he needs to do. He need to do that. Dr. Strange. I think this is my man from Twitter. Even Eddie Hearn said it on the Zone Boxing show that he was telling Haney not to prove himself out if he truly believed he'd win the fight. What do you mean prove himself out? I don't know. I don't know. He was telling him not to prove himself out, like don't take the fights. I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, priced himself out. Oh, okay. All right, all right, all right. I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's the thing. He has these high guarantees, and he's like, well, and if I fight this guy, I still want that money. It's like, yo, bro, are you in it for the legacy or you in it for the money? You in it for the love of the fans? You need to figure out what you in this for. Because if you in it strictly just for the money, then outright say it. Like fucking that's basically what Mayweather does. Mayweather, he was like, all right, I forgot what fight. He was like, just letting you know, we keeping the money in-house. We're gonna fight another PBC fighter in our next fight. It's not gonna be any of these other guys. It's like he's letting you know, kind of like, yo, bro, I'm in this for the money. I'm not in this. Yo, anytime y'all ask Leonard Ellerby or Mayweather about legacy, he's like, you can't feed your kids with legacy. That's not what you do. You can't feed your kids. They don't care about their legacy. What they care about is making that money. And it really doesn't matter if you like it or if I like it, but I'm just telling you what they're relaying across to the media. They tell you straight out. They go, hey, listen, we're going to keep it in-house. We're going to fight PBC in-house, okay? We're not fighting Teofimo next. He's on ESPN and Top Rank. We're keeping it somebody in-house. I'm not saying that that's the right way to go about it. I'm not condoning that. But that is what happens in the sport. And they tell you right away when you go, yo, but what about the legacy? They go, you can't feed your kids without with legacy. Let's go for the money. That they in it for the money. But that and if Devin Haney feels like that, then he should come out and say it, because he says something to the media, but then when it comes to the negotiating table, he's not acting like he wants to fight. Eddie Hearn just said that Dillian White knocks out Fury. I mean, that's his promoter, man. Like, I can't knock him for, throwing out some crazy shit like that. So his fighter gets to fight, Like, he's the mandatory, and they're currently trying to drum up buzz for the fight, drum up like, all right, this is what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to talk shit about your fighter so you can get mad and be like, you know what? He's going to knock me out. All right, yo, you know what? Make the fight. Sign, give him the money. You know what I'm saying? They trying to play leverage. That's what a lot of these be negotiation tactics, to be honest. But yeah, that's his promoter. He's supposed to, be confident. A lot of fighters price themselves out of a fight and don't get it. I'm with the fight. I'm with fighters getting paid, but at the end of the day, you don't get paid for fights that don't happen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like they like like it's almost like they can't see the big picture. Like, bro, make the fight, take a little bit of less money. You beat them. Now you're the champion, or now you were the underdog and beat the favorite. And now when you go to the negotiating table, it's a different type of talk. But like, it's almost like Devin Haney is not getting the respect of a champion. That's why it's hard for me to not call Cambosos undisputed. It's like Devin Haney is like, you didn't earn it in the ring. Like, I don't know how you got that belt. Like, how did you deserve that belt? You haven't impressed me in any kind of way. When I hear of a champion, I'm like, damn, like, I got to come away impressed. Like, for example, let's just say some way, somehow, you told me Ryan Garcia was a champion. I've seen Ryan Garcia knock motherfuckers out. So if you're telling me, oh, he's a world champion and I was a casual, I would believe you. But if you show me the last 2-3 Devin Haney fights, I'm like, that's a world champion? That's the way I look at it. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm bugging out. I like over here in the UK, Fury versus White is super big. No, I know in the UK is big. Oh, shout out to you, by the way. I did this for you, man. I started doing this Friday, like at this time, because a lot of my UK followers were telling me, like, damn, I wish you would go on at a time that's available for me. So, and I made this time. I even got the live call-in. So if you want to call in from London, now you don't have to do it at such an awkward time. Wake up your wife or your mom or something. You know what I'm saying? Now you could call at an appropriate time. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. It's totally from the internet, so you don't have to be in my. It's not going to charge you anything on your phone. But yeah, I started doing this at this time because of my UK followers. That getting back to my original point. But what's going on, man? What you guys want to talk about, man? Talk to me. Ask me some questions in the chat box. So there's a lot of fighters that are available to fight, you know. Benavides is available, Charlo's available, Munguia's available. You know, all these guys, better be Joe Smith, all these guys, nobody's taking fights. Isn't that funny, man? Yo, they just waiting in line, man. Yo, that's when you the fucking golden goose. You got motherfuckers just waiting in line. Like, hopefully, please pick me. Pick me. That's how Canelo got these dudes, man. That shit is crazy. It looks crazy. It looks crazy. Like the fact that you guys are so unwilling to fight each other in the chance, so you don't want to risk your shot at possibly getting the Canelo fight. Man, look, Andrade and Charlo could have been fought. You know, Charlo and Triple G, maybe they could have made something by all this point. Andrade and Munguia could have fought already. Like a lot of these fights could have been happened already, and like we're now in today. What's going on? Like, all right, this is what's going on now. But no, it's just like we've been stuck on standstill. Everybody's just taking kind of like easy fights in the hopes that their next fight is with Canelo. It's kind of crazy with the era we live in boxing. Like, yo, how the fuck they doing that shit? And like, kind of like us fans are okay with it. Like, I like as a consumer, I don't see how more people aren't outraged about this. Like, I really don't, man. That's one of the most disgraceful things in the sport that's happening today. The fact that people just waiting in line for a lottery ticket. It looks crazy. It really does. It does. Hold on. Yeah, they want to payday. Yeah, they want to payday. But it's like, yo, but like, goddamn, like at some point, like, don't you get tired of waiting? Yo, the check against Andrade and Charlo is gonna be a good check. Make the fight, man. Forget the promotional issues. Or Munguia and Andrade, make that fight. Why y'all ducking him? Like, yo, like it's crazy. It's bananas. It's bananas. Just make those fights. Now, you on point with the Haney banner. His last 3 fights couldn't even knock down Gamboa, hurt by Linares, and couldn't hurt a natural 122-pounder. Got hurt in the 12th. Yo, bro, you preaching to the choir, man. A lot of people be like, oh, you a hater. You are this. I'm like, nah, bro. I just got an opinion, man. Like, I just don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not ashamed to say I got an opinion. I don't see what people see in Haney. People say that, yo, he's really nice in the gym, that he's inspiring, like he looks like a different type of fighter. I have heard this from legit sources, that when Devin Haney's in the gym, he's like a superstar, but it looks like it hasn't been translating into the ring. Like, you get what I'm saying? It hasn't. Like, I'm not saying, again, he doesn't look terrible. That's my point. He just looks like a normal fighter. He doesn't look like whoa, this guy, it has a potential to be something special, man. Like, wow. Like, he has never given me that. Tank, when he knocked the fuck out of Jose Pedraza, when he knocked the fuck out of Leo Santa Cruz, he gave me that feeling like, damn, this kid may be special. When Teofimo knocked out what's his name? Comey in 2 rounds, and then goes on to beat Lomachenko for undisputed, he showed me something. Whether he took a loss, but he has showed me something in the past that has been very, very impressive. That's my point. Now, Ryan Garcia, yo, those first round, he was getting first and second round knockouts. And then he goes on, fights Luke Campbell, who, to be fair, he was never like a champion, but he was a decent fighter, gold medalist. Didn't get knocked out by Linares, didn't get knocked out by by Lomachenko, and Ryan Garcia knocks him out with a body shot. So he's shown me savage knockouts even now to the body. So I've been impressed by him. I can't really say I've only been impressed with Devin Haney maybe once. Once. And at one point, he had scored like a savage knockout. And I was like, wow. And he showed a lot of natural athleticism. And I was like, wow, he may be the most talented out of all of them. And then I started doing a little bit more research. I started seeing him when he started stepping up in competition. And I was like, nah. I was just, he probably just got a real good shot against a good fighter, but nothing of out of this world. Let me see. Triple G waiting on Murata now, dog. Just fight one of the other. Says mostly on the zone except Charlo. I listen, man. Triple G, I don't know what's like. I don't like how he's handled his career, to be honest. Post Canelo, I don't know if he's gotten too money hungry. Like, I don't know. Like, I felt like he was a real true champion, like a real like proud champion. And after that loss, I feel like he lost that. And maybe it's because he felt cheated, and I feel like he got cheated too. I'm being honest. I felt like Canelo won those first two, the two fights. I thought he won both by decision. I'm willing to sit down with anybody and watch that fight, and let's go and let's break down the tape and be like, let's go. Let's see who won this fight. Let's see who lands all those jabs in between when Canelo's, doing all this fancy shit. But those jabs were landing, man. And yeah, Canelo was trying to make the fight, but he was getting fucking punished on the way in. I thought Triple G won that fight. I thought Triple G won that fight. Now I agree with what you saying on Haney, but to be honest, I feel he will be better at 140. He'd be looking drained at his weigh-ins. Yeah, I had mentioned that. I was like, if he moves up to 140 and becomes a total different fighter, I'll be like, okay, that's what it was. I'll admit, I'll be like, okay, because like I can't keep hearing you the special fighter in this gym that you run Vegas and all this and that all the sparring partners in Vegas. And I actually saw a sparring session where he broke a Dominican fighter's nose, sparring. So, that's with big gloves. So that is showing somewhat like power, but sorry, all this talking got me thirsty. But like, yo, when we gonna see that in the ring? That's my worry. And maybe we don't see that in the ring because by the time he gets to the ring, he's weight drained. Maybe he needs to move up to 140. And if he moves up to 140, starts knocking dudes out, starts dropping people, I'll be impressed. And I'll be like, you know what? He's a good fighter. And I was wrong. It was the weight. It was the weight that wasn't impressing me. But yeah, man, what y'all want to talk about? This today is no specific topics. I usually give a topic. That's why I put it Let's Talk Box in this episode 1. I'm gonna try to do these on Fridays. A bunch of let's talk boxing. And then y'all could just call in and we could have a conversation, or y'all could just hear me ramble. Whichever one y'all prefer. Let's see what's in the news today. I'm gonna screen share with y'all. We're gonna read the news today. Y'all gonna read the newspaper with me today. Robson Conceição, Oscar Valdez should have been banned for at least 1 year from the sport. You think that? I mean, the thing is, I'm confused because when I spoke to Jake Donovan of Boxing Scene, he made it seem like it wasn't that serious of a drug because the water allows it, but the VADA doesn't. He made it seem like he was okay with it. He was like, the handling of it was kind of bad, but he was okay with the fight going through, and that he thinks that he doesn't think Valdez is a cheater. That's what I came across. I don't remember if that's exactly what he said, but I don't know. Suspended for a year for something that's not banned under the the commission you fight for. It's like, yo, fuck what Vada says is what my commission says. All right. Let's see. Oh, look, Xavier Martinez, can Cesar look better versus Valdez due to Valdez not being there? Meaning, like, Valdez was so worried about, you know, taking care of his name from being accused as a drug cheat and all that. That's interesting. That's interesting. All right, I was reading the news today. Now, all these guys, all these 135 guys are big. Shakur whipping his ass. I mean, Shakur, I still got to see a little bit more again of Shakur. And yo, this Oscar Valdez fight it's a good fight. It's a fight where it proves to me where he's at a level where I would be impressed, because I know Oscar Valdez is a tough guy. I know Oscar Valdez is now working with Canelo, so he's working on his boxing IQ. And he's tough as nails. He went to war with Bichel and scored that knockout, so he got power. Yeah, I'm interested in that fight. If people saying that this kid Shakur Stevenson is the next Floyd Mayweather defensive, genius, let's see how he handles this. This tough guy, man. This guy's tough. This guy fought with a broken jaw before. He's been dropped. He's been hurt. He's been through life, bro. He's been through life. So if he can knock this guy out, that would be very impressive. I would be as impressed as you can think, man. Like, but hey, we'll see. April 30th. I'm excited. I got a controversial take that you might not like. Personally, I think Mike Tyson is slightly overrated because of his resume and his performances against the top guys, but Lennox is my fave. Yo, I hated Lennox Lewis' reign, man. Yo, Lennox Lewis is mad boring, man. Like, his heavyweight reign was trash, man. No disrespect. I know I'm shitting all over your favorite heavyweight since Michael Blunt, my little bro, and now Dr. Strange. I think that's Stringer. Dr. Strange. That's your favorite heavyweight. But nah, Mike Tyson's not overrated. A lot of people underrate. If you go by the Ring magazine of who he was fighting in his era, he was fighting number 1 ranked guy, number 3 ranked guy, number 2 ranked guy, number 1 ranked guy. Like, he was fighting the top contenders. And hold on, y'all about to get me tight, man. Y'all about to get me tight. Yo, Mike Tyson became undisputed like in the blink of an eye. Like, y'all impressed by this Canelo run. Yeah, fucking Mayweather. You hear me? Fucking Tyson was on some shit. Hold on. Let me screen share this shit for you. Let me screen share this shit for you, man. All right, so you see right here, 1986, November 1986, Tyson gets a second round knockout. Remember that, a second round knockout to become the WBC champion. Then immediately in his next fight, he goes with James Smith, Bone Crusher Smith, for the WBA. So he's now unified in his first fight is a unification fight after becoming champion. And this is in the 3-belt era. So he's 1 title away from becoming undisputed. And then he takes, he defends his title a couple times. And then he gets the IBF in 1987. So he became champion in 1986, November of 1986. And then August of 87, he's already undisputed. Undisputed in less than a year. Come on, man. That's impressive. And then he takes a couple defenses here. And then people making an argument, oh, he's undisputed, but he's not lineal because Michael Spinks beat Larry Holmes. So he goes, okay, let's fight Michael Spinks. You said you're the lineal, knocked him out in 1. So now he became a champion for the WBC in 2 rounds, then became the lineal champ in 1 round after already becoming undisputed in less than a year. Man, Mike Tyson's an all-time great. You put Mike Tyson in any era, he can compete, man. Trust me, man. Trust me. And people want to talk shit about Mike Tyson losing to Lennox Lewis like if that was the same Mike Tyson from 1988, bro. That wasn't the same Mike Tyson. Nah, man. Nah. Now you can make the argument that Evander Holyfield beat that Mike Tyson. But even that Mike Tyson wasn't as focused. It was after he had already got out of jail. Like Mike Tyson was too much into the street. But when he was 100% focused, that guy was a killer, man. Fantastic fighter. A Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer. Hold on. Yeah, y'all got me in my history bug, man. Y'all got me in my history bug, man. I think in comparison to where most casuals have Tyson and where he's actually ranked, that's why I think he's closer to overrated side. Or after I put aside my Brooklyn bias and dug deeper, I understood. All right. Well, I get what you're saying, but like if people saying he's number 3 all time, nah, he's not that. I'll admit that. I'm from Brooklyn. But if you talk about like, oh, he wasn't even that good, that like, yo, that's ignorant, bro. That's stupid. Trevor Berbick was a decent heavyweight in his time. He had a belt. And he went undisputed in less than a year. And then became the lineal champion in the first round knockout. Like, and he had a bunch of title defenses. He was fighting a lot. He was fighting 2, 3, 4 times a year. And I'm telling you, it was all top contenders. He was just that good, man. Like, you guys got to give credit to Mike Tyson. He was a dominant heavyweight. And he had a great way of intimidating people and knocking motherfuckers out. Oh, man. Yeah. Sucks that Serrano and Stevenson fight are on the same night. Yo, it's ridiculous that nobody wants to put fights on Fridays. If I'm Eddie Hearn, make every female fight on a Friday. That way you're not competing with the men. Put your fight on a Friday, bro. You can't make it April 29th. Why you got to do it on a Saturday? Come on, man. Everybody wants to do their fight cards on Saturdays, man. Yo, people get out of work at 5 on Friday and they know they got the next day off. The same people that was going to buy the pay-per-view on Friday, on Saturdays, will buy it on Friday. Not that this is a pay-per-view, but you know what I'm saying. It's like, yo, what the fuck, man? I want to go to that fight, but I'm like, yo, as a fucking boxing YouTuber, how am I go to a fight? And then when I go live, people go, yo, what did you think of that Shakur Stevenson fight? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I ain't see it. It's like, you guys making me choose? You guys making me choose between a guy from New Jersey who, I'm from New York, but, I got love for Jersey. And a girl I know, I've known since I was 15. And I know her personally. Like, yo, y'all on some bullshit, man. All these fight dates, man. These crowded ass Saturdays, man. Make the shit on Fridays too. What about Katie Taylor, man? I just spoke on that. Yo, Sanchez, what's up, my brother? Yep. Pre-jail Tyson is the GOAT. Listen, man, I like, he had the potential of being that good, bro. He had the potential. Larry was 38, 39, coming off 2-year layoff. Lennox beat Holyfield, Tua, Mike, Rama, Vitaly, Shannon Briggs, Michael Grant, and he's older than Mike, but Mike is great. Yeah, but look how long it took him to be undisputed, and look how quick. And Mike Tyson holds records. Mike Tyson holds the record for being the youngest heavyweight champion. That record is never gonna be broken. Mark my words, that record is never gonna be broken. What records does Lennox Lewis have? And that gold medal he got is kind of tainted. Like, he got the stoppage win against Riddick Bowe. Yo, that referee did a horrible job in that fight. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. He was giving 8 counts when they shouldn't be 8 counts. He was giving warnings when they shouldn't be warnings. Like that he's a gold medalist, but it's kind of like tainted. And it pisses me off that fucking Riddick Bowe ducked him in the professionals. At least That's the way his history seems to remember it. But some people claim that it was the other way around. I don't know. To be honest. I was contemplating going to Serrano Taylor, but that traffic is so bad. I don't know if I can get home fast enough to watch Shakur and Valdez. Bro, you don't take the train, man. You fancy, bro. You drive to Madison Square Garden. Yo, you the fanciest Brooklyn nigga I know, bro. Yo, I gotta chill with you, bro. You driving into Madison Square Garden? Damn, what you got a chauffeur or something? Yo, I hate driving in that area. That whole area, uh, with Madison Square Garden is Penn Station, that Macy's. Oh man, it's all crowded, man. Tourists. There's definitely no parking. You paying like $1 billion for your parking spot? Nah, man. All right. Nah, I was about to say, man, like, yo, you a rich dude, man. But yeah, you in Best Style, so that's actually not that far from the Brooklyn Bridge. You're not even that far from the Williamsburg Bridge either. So you kind of get to the city quick. What's up, bro? Watching from school. Yo, what up, Carlos Montez, my man? That's my man right there. Yeah. Keep watching, man. Stay studying, man. He a high school kid, man. Broadway love the kids, man. It's just the mother that's the problem. But I love the kids, man. Nah, but yo, anybody want to call in, man? Call in. Link pinned to the top of the chat. It's a live call-in show. It's made there for y'all to call in, man. Let's have a conversation. I know some of y'all disagree with me. Some of y'all agree with me. Some of y'all got something get off your chest. Yo, if there's a fight that you want made and you know it's not happening because of politics, come on my channel and come and fucking pour your heart out. Pour your heart out how you want to see Lomachenko tank. How you want to see Charlo Andrade. How you want to see Errol Spence versus Crawford. Call in and say every pain that you got because you want to see that fight so bad. Come on my channel and come share your experience that you're having with the service that boxing is giving you. Please come to my channel, air out your heartache, your boxing heartache. Because yo, there be some dudes that be stressed like, why won't they make T.O. Haney? I mean, to be honest, that was me. I wanted that fight, for the disputed thing. So I was going crazy, but there was dudes like, dudes from Brooklyn that I know going crazy over it. I'm like, yo, call in, but they're like, nah, man, I ain't calling in. I got warrants. Nah, I'm joking. But point is like, if you got any grievances, if you want to talk about Jaime Munguia's ducking, call in, man. Call in, air out your heartache. Didn't Muhammad Ali fight in the Yankee Stadium? Yeah, he fought in the Yankee Stadium. Yo, this is a crazy story about Yankee Stadium. One of his fights, I think, is against Ken Norton in Yankee Stadium. He was in Yankee Stadium fight, and there was I believe the NYPD was on strike, so there was no police in New York. And Yankee Stadium's in the Bronx. Now, most of you guys not from New York, the Bronx is like a rough area in New York. Now, back in the 70s, yo, that shit was like a jungle, man. That shit was crazy dangerous. So what happened is they still wanted to make the fight. They were like, yo, we paid a lot of money. People paid a lot of money to watch this fight. It's like the fight is gonna get done. So when people driving up, all these people went dressed to the nines to go watch a fight in Yankee Stadium, got robbed for their Rolexes, watches, rings, earrings, limo drivers, and all that. Like a lot of crime happened in Yankee Stadium for the people getting in. And Bob Arum was expecting a lot of people to walk up to the show and buy tickets. And he only sold like 2 tickets because shit was so dangerous that nobody was selling tickets. There wasn't those tickets to be sold. There was no fucking line. There was just people getting robbed outside who had tickets. That's a crazy story. ESPN did a little like mini documentary on it. You guys should definitely check that out. Yeah, motherfuckers getting their watches stole. Yeah. You think Joshua gonna actually step aside, or will his pride say fuck that? I don't know. I don't know what Anthony Joshua is doing. Like, I remember hearing his interview. He's like, "Oh, I don't even want to hear nobody bring up a step aside money to me. Like, don't disrespect me like that. That's insulting. That's only, I'm a warrior. A warrior wouldn't do that." And I was like, okay, like, all right, he's not taking step aside. I get it. And he's like, yeah, but if it's life changing money, I'm not stupid, so I won't turn down life changing money. And it's like, yo, which one is it? So I don't know what to believe, to be honest with you. I don't know what to believe, but the point is, they need to start making these fights. Anthony Joshua needs to fight, man. He needs to figure out who the fuck his trainer is and fight. The guy beat you. You holding up the whole heavyweight division. Everybody's kind of waiting on you guys. Like, damn, man. It's crazy. I appreciate you though, for real, man. Most of my friends don't watch boxing or my family, so I can really talk about it. Yeah, man. That's what this place is for, man. If you guys want to air out your heart, a boxing heartache, you could come here. I'm at work and I'm not in a position to talk right now, but I'm definitely enjoying the live stream. But I would like to know why Devin Haney hasn't pushed to fight Cambosos. For what I understand, there's negotiations, but I don't know if it's true. I don't know if I don't know where those negotiations are right now. Like, from what I understand, they're talking. And Lou DiBella is also entertaining Lomachenko. We'll see. I don't know. I seen a video on Twitter of Sonny Liston shooting blanks at Ali because that nigga made him mad. I seen that video, but I think that's a fake video. I think like that was an actor. I don't think that really happened. I don't, because like, look at that. Look at the person doing the shooting. Look at him. Really, it's not Sonny Liston. If I'm not mistaken, that's from like a little like documentary they made back in the day. He kind of like made that part of the story up to make it like interesting. But yeah, I don't think that was a real story. I also would like to know why they hyping up Oscar Valdez versus Shakur if they haven't even signed no term. All right. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I heard it was official. I heard it was signed. Broadway, what's up? I mean, Black and Brown. I'm reading your comment. Black and Brown, what up, my brother? Shout out to you, man. If you want to call in, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. You're more than welcome to, man. I fuck with you heavy. Man, Haney rubs me the wrong way. I don't know why. He seems like he thinks he's better than he actually is. All young fighters will have an ego like that, though. Like that. I mean, I don't know. Haney doesn't rub me the wrong way. I don't necessarily dislike Haney, and I actually really like his father. I like the fact that his father is very accessible to the media. I mean, I would love to have him on. Maybe I'll hit him up one day. Who knows? But yeah. Haney doesn't not rub me the wrong way. Nah, not me. I think he's a good kid. He hasn't done anything where I'm like, damn, I'm disappointed in Devin. I like him as a person. Yeah, as a person, he's a good kid. So Joel, would you be cool with Canelo versus Charlo fight on Cinco de Mayo this year? Oh yeah, I would. Yeah, that's a good fight. That's a good fight. I just don't like the fact that Charlo kind of like. I mean, it just kind of felt like he got rewarded for the ducking. That's just the only thing that I have a problem with. But as a fight in its own, I don't have a problem with it. That's a decent fight. I don't want to see Canelo versus Bivol though. Like, yo, Eddie Hearn, get that fucking contract out of here, bro. Nobody wants to see that shit. You think we want to see Bivol versus fucking Canelo? Like, you don't know the American market at all, bro. At all. Anyways, but yeah, I think the Charlo fight is fine. I think Better Beef is fine too, because at least Better Beef is is lineal, has 2 belts. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be something that'll significantly mean something legacy wise. But yeah. Oh shit. Donaire versus the Monster. Yeah, I mean, I heard that there was talks, but there were preliminary talks. I haven't heard anything concrete. By the way, he's talking about Nonito Donaire versus Naoya Inoue. And yeah, that first fight was fantastic. Oh, I remember when when Inoue hit Donaire to the body at one point, and he just like kind of squealed around the ring and then fell. Man, that must have been a vicious body shot because Donaire's a tough dude, and I've never seen him do anything remotely close to that. But yeah, no, those are two guys that I really like, two real punchers. I'm a big Inoue fan, and so I would love to see a rematch. And if I'm not mistaken, they both have belts, so it'll be a unification. Oh, we got a caller, Kangaroo Jack. What's up, my brother?
How are we? How are we? Good.
Yeah, we sound good, man.
Yeah. Just from Australia, bro. South Australia, down under. Um, I just thought I'd call in, get my opinion on the Fury, White and Usyk and AJ fuckfest that's going on.
Go ahead, brother. Tell me how you feel. Share your heartache.
Let me tell you one thing. Dillian White and Anthony Joshua are a bunch of fucking cocksuckers. Let me tell you that.
Yo, bro. Yo, chill.
Right?
Yo, bro.
I'll
Like
tell you that for free.
That's a little strong though. Yo, chill out, bro. This ain't the show like that. This ain't a show like that, bro. I'm
Yeah,
cool
but
with like cursing, but like calling somebody a cocksucker.
It's true talk though.
Nah, come on, bro. I can't let you talk like that to the fighters. You could say, "Oh, he's a bum. He's ducking." I can't let you call them cocksuckers, brother.
Yeah, he's a kangaroo. There you go. Well done.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, well done. All right. Catch up the program. So, what I'm saying is, those guys are a joke, a complete joke.
Why though? Why? Talk to me. Why?
Right. So, look, don't get me wrong. Like, it takes three to tango. I mean, they're all playing games in their own little way with the contracts and with the negotiations and everything else. There's no doubt about that. But where Dillian White, I mean, from what I recall, Dillian White rejected a fight with Anthony Joshua for the titles. He rejected a fight because the money wasn't right early in 2020. The rematch with Anthony Joshua, he rejected it because he wasn't getting enough money. But he's been crying about a title fight for the last 3 years, crying and sitting in a corner.
He should take short money? You think that's what he should do?
Who is he? Has he ever fought out of the UK? Who's that guy? Who is he? What's his pay-per-view numbers? Where is he? Who is he? Did anyone know him in America?
That's a good point.
How the hell can he sit there and ask for more than 25% to the lineal heavyweight champion of the world?
Yeah, but
what is going on?
Hold on. See, he's nobody here, but in the UK, he's somebody. So if the fight happens in the UK, I just had one of my guys from the UK saying, "Yo, that's a huge fight over there because what's his name? White is actually a draw over there."
He is a draw, and he'll sell the fight in the UK. I mean, either way, he'll sell the fight.
Point. So he's bringing value. He's not coming with nothing to the table. He wants to make sure he's compensated for his value.
No, but I'll say this though, bro. How can against Anthony Joshua, Usyk is going to have to go to the UK and fight Anthony Joshua in the UK, and he's a unified champion. It seems like everyone's got leverage against Tyson Fury, but when it comes to Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn tells them what it is, or how it's going to go, or how much you're getting. But when it's Tyson Fury, everyone seems to be trying
Tyson Fury don't got good handlers, is what you're saying. Is that Eddie Hearn is handling Anthony Joshua's career in a good way. He's making sure everything is slanted to his favor.
He's being gifted.
Tyson Fury's handlers aren't doing that, so that's on Tyson Fury's handlers. Handlers.
I disagree, brother. I disagree 100%.
Yeah, Anthony Joshua. You talking about money? I'm telling you, and you saying, "Oh, well, he can't get this opponent in the ring because of this, because of that." But Anthony Joshua is.
I
And
didn't say
Anthony
that.
Joshua is doing it. No, but you saying like, oh, it just seems like he always gets the fighters to do everything they want him to do. Like, oh,
Yeah, if
the
Eddie
fight
Hearn
in the
tells this fighter,
UK.
you're going to get this percent, you're going to get that percent. If Eddie Hearn tells Usyk, we're going to have the rematch in the UK, you're not going to get your shot. You're not going to get the rematch in the
But that's
Ukraine or Russia.
negotiation, brother. Yo, that's negotiation. At no point, Usyk is not a slave. Usyk could say, "No, I'm not signing that deal. No rematch clause." And all right, then I won't
He
take
wants
the
more
fight.
money, then, doesn't he?
Huh?
He wants to go where the money is. He's not stupid. If a fight was in the Ukraine, he wouldn't make as much money as what you'd get
Okay,
at Wembley in the United
that makes
Kingdom.
financial sense. That's business, brother. Boxing is a business. A lot of people look at it as a sport. It's a business, and whoever has the most gold makes the rule. That's the golden rule. Whoever makes the most gold makes the rules.
Unfortunately, everybody is trying to find way. Look, bro, I hate mentioning it, but it's very sad to look at. It actually makes me quite emotional about it because I think it's disgraceful. Everybody is trying to find ways to make Tyson Fury lose.
How are they doing that?
I've seen in a lot of YouTube channels. Everyone is trying to create different fashions of how he's going to lose, or is he going to be too aggressive? He's going to get knocked out, or is he too fat? What's going on?
Listen, don't talk to me about no other YouTube page. You talk about my page, man. That means you're not watching me enough. I never said that, so let's not talk about no other bum ass YouTubers. I'm not saying I don't know who you're talking about, but point is, I never said nothing like that.
I
Tyson
didn't
Fury.
say. Did I say
Listen,
you?
after Tyson Fury, and I'm gonna let you go, but I appreciate the call, my brother. After the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight, I was like, wait a minute. Are we gonna watch something special? Are we gonna watch something special? Because this guy is 270 pounds, comes forward, has good defense, has a chin. Look, he took everything Wilder hit him with. Like, are we gonna watch an all-time great? That's what I said after that win. I'm like, this guy has a chin. This guy has great defense. He's like loose for a big man, and he's also a big man that knows how to use it. He's not just big because 240 is big. This dude's 270, 280. Knows how to, he was leaning on Wilder, doing all this, tiring him out. And he could do that to anybody. I mean, that's what that also is why the Anthony Joshua versus him is interesting, because Anthony Joshua also has power and is big, is just like strong enough to maybe be able to push him or maybe able to, move him and stuff like that. So that Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury is definitely an interesting fight. But yeah, he got me on that heavyweight talk. I feel like I don't talk about the heavyweights a lot. Part of it is because not much is going on, man. Like, right now they're talking about that whole, step aside money. So that all that's holding up the division. Because if let's just say Usyk versus Joshua was already signed, Tyson Fury has nowhere to go. He would have probably gave Dillian White the shot. I hope Stephen Fulton can fight MJ, but it looks like he might have to fight Danny Roman. Yeah, Danny Roman. What I do like about the sanctioning bodies is that this is actually a double mandatory. He's the mandatory for both the WBO and the WBC. So once he gets out this fight out the way for both belts as a unified champion, he has a whole year to make that MJ fight. So and also that's not a bad fight. Danny Roman against Stephen Fulton. That's not a bad fight. I don't doubt that the day after that fight we're not talking about how we were entertained when we saw that fight. Yeah, but he was the first person to take his shot. Take this shot. I'm not sure who you're talking about. That seemed like that was 9 minutes ago. So I don't know what you was talking about there. But yeah, man, shout out to the caller, man. If anybody else wants to call in, man, please do. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. We can have a whole conversation. But yeah, man, Call in, man. Express your boxing heartache. Express your boxing heartache. That's that's what I want this show to be about. Like me, my boxing heartache, man, is that I never got to see Juan Manuel Lopez versus Yuriorkis Gamboa when they were both undefeated. Yeah, man, I was like, damn, that dude is. Oh, hold on, Joel. What's your top 5 fights that you want to happen next year? Woo, that's a good ass question, little bro. Top 5 fights. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. That's probably number 1. Number 2. Let's get Canelo Charlo out the way. Let's get that out the way because I am somewhat mildly interested in. I'm not gonna lie. Fury AJ. I want to see that fight. I want to. So was that 3? Yeah, that's 3. Donaire. Inoue 4. And Stephen Fulton versus MJ 5. Damn, there's still a lot more fights. I want to see Loma versus Tank. I want to see Devin versus Cambosos. I want to see Ryan take a really step up. I want to see him fight either Tank or Haney. Probably more Haney. I would like to see him fight. Let me see who else. Damn, there's a lot of fights I want to see. A lot of fights. I want to see Elvis Rodriguez versus Brandon Lee, something like that, or against Montana Love, or one of those guys at 140 got to fight each other, man. Richardson Hitchens. Yeah, I gave you a whole bunch, bro. I gave you a whole bunch. There's a lot of fights out there. I want Benavidez Plant, but you already know how I feel about who wins that fight. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not so sure Plant doesn't win that fight, man. The more and more I think about it, I'm like, man, Plant did good against Canelo, and I like Benavidez, but he's not Canelo. I don't know if Plant wins that fight. I think Plant might edge that out. I think Plant might be able to, slip and slide all those punches. I would still like to see Ryan and JoJo fight. I mean, I think Ryan KOs JoJo, man. I think he does it bad. I'm so hesitant to not think of Ryan as such a special fighter because I've never seen him not look good. That's just me being honest. Like, I've never been like, damn, man, like he really looked bad there. He's always impressed me. He's scoring these, highlight reel type knockouts. I love Ryan Garcia, man. I like what I see from him. He's shown me some really impressive things, man. It's just, I don't know. He has his mental problems. Those things usually tend to linger. It's not like something you get, like you get over it. I don't know. Hopefully he does. Hopefully he does get over it. And this is just a phase. He is young though, so he could have a lot of pressure on him. He's all of a sudden getting all this money, getting all these Twitter followers, all these girls hitting him up. He can't walk to the mall without somebody stopping him. Who knows? But yeah, man, talk to me. I'm about to dip in a bit. So if you guys want to call in, guys have about 8 minutes roughly. Who knows, man? I may stay longer than 8 minutes, but probably like 8 minutes. Caleb Plant is low key black. That's hilarious. Y'all, I seen somebody put on Twitter a picture of him when this was before the Canelo fight, like when they were already scheduled to fight each other. It was like, it was like it had Caleb Plant's face and it said, "I ain't never gonna lose to no white boy," or something like that. He didn't actually say that, so Caleb Plant retweeted it with laughing, crying emojis, and was like, "I never said that." Oh wait, Caleb schools Benavidez. Oh, I mean, the thing is with me is that I know Benavidez is a tough guy, and I know Benavidez is gonna always give me his best. He's gonna always be in shape. That's what I like about Benavidez. So I don't know if Caleb Plant has the motor to keep him off. So I don't know if he schools him, but I don't put it past that he wins a decision. Like he just simply like outboxes and figure him out. And it's kind of like somewhat of a tactical fight for him where he's landing his punches, but it's not really doing damage, but he's landing the cleaner, harder punches. I can see a scenario where that happens, but I could also see a scenario where, yeah, he's getting outboxed by Benavidez getting outboxed by Plant, but then all of a sudden Benavidez figures him out and lands a shot that hurts him and finishes the job because he's a really good finisher. So I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh man. What do you think of the stupid narrative of Canelo ducking black fighters? Yo, Canelo has fought Floyd Mayweather, the slickest black fighter of all time. He's fought Daniel Jacobs, who was known for being a puncher in the middleweight division. He has a lot of knockouts. He knocked out Peter Quinlan like in the second round or something. Like he's a puncher. He fought him. He fought Austin Trout, a southpaw, slick southpaw. He fought Erislandy Lara, another slick southpaw. Although he's an Afro-Cuban, but he's still black. James Kirkland, a brawler. Like he's for all types of black dudes. That's a stupid ass narrative, man. Benavidez stops Plant, better stamina, power, and more relentless. Now I do agree that he has better stamina, power, and more relentless. I just don't know if he got better skills, man. He fought Lara, but yeah, I just don't know if Benavidez has more skills. And sometimes you don't think there was. I mean, maybe there was guys who didn't have more stamina than Mayweather, but there were guys who hit harder than Mayweather, had more relentlessness than Mayweather, but Mayweather just was better, skilled. If I can get out the bodega in 5 minutes, I'm gonna call in. Yeah, all right. So I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you then. Nah, man. But yeah, I went to the gym today. Yo, my fucking arms are done, bro. Oh, I was doing chest. So you work out your tricep when you do. I was doing chest and shoulders. So I'm like, oh, I just stretched a little bit as I was talking. I was like, ah. Anyways, but let's see. Let me refresh the page. Any breaking boxing news happen? Nah. But damn, man, I can't. I'm mad that Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson fight gonna be at the same time. I at the same day. Hopefully, one is like super early and one super late, and we don't have to make a decision as to which one we're gonna watch because I'm interested in both fights, man. I'm interested in both fights. Canelo would punish Arthur, in my opinion. I think Bivol is the better fight against Canelo at 175. He's more skilled. Yeah, he's gotten KOs like he used to, but he's improved a lot skill-wise. Yeah, I don't know if he punishes Arthur Beterbiev. Like Arthur Beterbiev hits hard too, man. Let's not forget. Like if Canelo beats Beterbiev, he's gonna leave lumped up too. Like let's give Beterbiev his credit for his power as well. But I do think he beats Beterbiev. I don't know if he knocks him out. And as far as with Bivol, I can't even get into like getting an analysis because I really don't want to see that fight. I really don't. Like that fight does absolutely nothing for me. Same thing with the Makabu fight. That doesn't do nothing for me. You know the fights that do something for me? Beterbiev, Benavidez, Andrade, and Charlo. Those are the fights that I'm like, okay, like you got my attention. You got my attention of you're fighting a really good fighter. And I understand Canelo needs a long break. He earned it. He earned it. He just fought in November. Hey, man, fight in May. That's a nice long break. That's a nice long break. But those are the guys I want to see him fight. I don't want to see him fight Bivol. Shit, man. I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow. I was doing good, but I ain't been now in 2 weeks. Would go today, but I got work. Yo, man, before you go to sleep, do fucking 50, 100 push-ups or some shit, bro. Yo, we got to start holding ourselves accountable, man. Like us men, man. Yo, we be having a fucking big bonsai. We looking all fat and shit. Nah, man, that shit ain't cool, man. We gotta be healthy. So I've been going to the gym. lifting and shit. Andre gonna dog Zach Parker and become the WBO Mando at 168. Yeah, I saw that. And then maybe we'll finally get the Andre Canelo fight. Let's see how good he is. You know, he hasn't really fought anybody throughout his career. Part of it is because he's not a draw. Part of it is because he's a bit boring. But yeah, let's see. Hopefully he gets that fight. Pavo's undefeated world champion and he boxes well and he's significantly bigger than Canelo. How don't you want to see that? Because he's a boring fighter. He doesn't have a personality. Nobody knows him. It's I don't want to see that shit. Like for what? For that wrinkly ass WBA belt? I hate the WBA. That's the last belt I want. I don't know. I'm like, I'm okay on that guy. I don't want to see that fight. Now you telling me, better BF at 175. That interests me. I would love an Andrade and Caleb Plant fight one day. Yeah, that's a good fight. A lot of skill in that fight. Lot of skill in that fight. I want to see the best fight the best. And Bivol is far the most complete boxer at 175. Yeah, but he's not the lineal champion. He got that fake ass WBA. I mean, it's the super. But what I mean is just the organization, like some trash organization he's representing. See, the thing about Charlo and Canelo, it is gonna cause tension since Charlo talk a lot of shit. I think Charlo knows who to play with and who not to, man. He wouldn't. He's seen what Canelo did to Caleb Plant at the press conference because he called him a motherfucker. Like Canelo's not that type of dude you punk and you disrespect. Like not even Mayweather got too disrespectful with Canelo. He talked his shit, but he ain't really go crazy with it. Canelo's a tough guy, man, and especially now. I feel like now he's more of a grown man as opposed to when he fought Canelo. I mean, Mayweather. And I'm not even saying in the ring. I'm saying more his personality and his mentality. Like now he takes control in the press conference. He's telling people to get the fuck out of here and all this shit. You know, he's slapping people. You know, he cutting Caleb Plant in the face. Like I think I've been impressed with how he's been handling himself as far as like running the show. Like he's making the scene like, no, I'm the alpha male here. I like it. Oh, my bad. T- tell me better brief. Tell me better brief to stop running. Running from who, bro? This dude, yo, you at this bullshit again, man. Yo, last time you was on some bullshit, you on it again. Better brief is no better in personality, but his power makes it interesting. Yeah, and his style too. He's a much more aggressive, like come forward trade kind of fighter, as opposed to Bivol, who's gonna try to outbox you and be all boring. Like, yo, you're not gonna tell me his last fight you were entertained. That shit was fucking boring as shit. I'm like, damn, man, I hate being a boxing YouTuber if this is the bullshit I have to watch. I like, yo, I remember when he first came to HBO, he was knocking motherfuckers out. Bring that back, Bivol. Bring that Bivol back. Like, damn, man. Bivol outboxes better BF, and he has an iron jaw. He ate a right overhand bomb from Joe Smith Jr. and he didn't even get stunned. He continued to outbox Joe. He definitely got stunned. He wobbled to his corner. Damn, HBO boxing, bro. That was the best. Yo, back when, listen, the best era in boxing for me was when Al Heyman and Golden Boy had a relationship. Golden Boy was getting the connection with all the Mexican fighters. Al Heyman was getting the connection with all the black fighters. And we were getting some of the most fantastic fights, man. We got Amir Khan versus Maidana. We got Maidana versus Victor Ortiz. Juan Manuel Marquez versus Juan Diaz. You know, all the Mayweather fights. Although, you know, the Mayweather, Canelo, Mayweather, all those Mayweather fights, it was under that HBO banner. I miss HBO. Pavol is the lineal WBL champ, which means he's a lineal unified champ. He outboxed the current WBO champ, and he's the WBA champ. Whatever, bro. I'm not that's corny. Pavol ain't the WBO. Yeah, this dude is. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I might have to put you on timeout, bro. Anyone ever got super heated on the call in? Nah, no, but man, people know not to play with me. The only thing I had like it sounded like some fucking like 16-year-old. He just called and he was like, "Yo, you're mad biased. Delete your channel." And he just hung up on me. I was like, that was pretty much the craziest it's gotten. Like, I don't know. I'm having the trouble getting people to call in. You asking me how many heated calls I've had. Why do you think about? Oh, I guess. What do you think about Tank Davis fight and Rolly Romero? What I think about it, I think that it's a corny fight. I'm not interested, but it's on the PBC side. Romero's a Mayweather fighter, and yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I don't want to see it. Champs should fight other champs. No excuses or clauses or none that BS. All right, good for you, man. Frank Warren has won purse bids against. Oh, word? Frank Warren won the purse bid? So that means the fight is on. The fight's going to be on ESPN then. Damn, 41 million. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. That's breaking news. Yo, y'all just got breaking news on Broadway Joel, man. That first episode. Breaking news. Looks like we're going to get Fury versus White sooner than we thought. Fury versus White. Frank Warren wins purse bid with record $41,025,000. Whoa, that's a huge amount of money. Let me see. Frank Warren, co-promoter of WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, has secured the promotional rights to the mandatory fight with Dillian White by dropping down a record $41,025,000. Eddie Hearn, who promotes White, bid $32,000,000, to $32,222,222, which is a weird ass number. Fury, who gets 80% he gets 80%, will receive a career high $32,820,000. White, who gets 20% of the split, and his purse will be a career high $8 million, $2 million, and $5,000. Whoa, that's breaking news. That's a lot of money. Well, there you go. White got $8 million for his trouble. $8 million, and Fury got 32.8. Yo, that's a heavyweight. That's a heavyweight purse right there, man. That's what a heavyweight purse is. Whoa, that was very crazy. Nah. He not getting 10. He getting 8.2. 8.2. White's getting 8.2 for this fight. And Fury's getting 32.8. $32.8 million, man. It's a lot of money. Glad this fight is happening. Yeah, man. Who's gonna turn down $8 million to fight the lineal WBC heavyweight champion of the world? Come on, man. You already know the undercard is gonna be straight Uber drivers. I hope not, man. Let's be positive. Yo, Dr. Strange, hurry up, call in, brother. I gotta go, man. I gotta go to work. I've been holding on for you. You told me you was at the bodega, man. What you getting, that chopped cheese? Hurry up, nigga. But yeah, man. But yo, that's crazy though. Yo, shout out to who's that? Muhammad, right? That was Muhammad. That was Muhammad who brought. Yeah, shout out to Muhammad. Yo, $41 million purse bid. Yeah, Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn been 32 million, 32.2 million. And he got outbid by $9 million. Yo, $9 million. You might as well not have shown up. God damn. Fury career high is 32 mil. Didn't Canelita get 40 mil against that plant dude? Yeah, but Canelo's Canelo, bro. Doctor Strange, what up, brother? Yo, yo, Doctor Strange. Yo, unmute your mic. Yo, yo, the same shit was happening to what's his name? Uh,
Can you hear
Real
me?
American fan. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Let me see, son. Yo, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool, cool. Now I hear you. What's up? You sound far away though. All right, yo, you mute yourself, bro. Yo, you muted yourself, brother. All right, what's up,
Okay,
brother?
you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, we gotta stop this David Benavidez slander. This dude is like one of the top young cats in the game, man.
Nah, yo, nah. The thing is, I like him. I like him. I do. I do. I do. The thing is that skill wise, I like sometimes I feel like he just gets by on the fact that he's stronger and more physically imposing than the other person. I don't feel like sometimes I feel like sometimes he's straightforward, he squares up. He I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he needs to work on his skills.
Did you see his last fight? He was like a switch hitting on that kid Kyron Davis. He was
Yo,
switching
Kyron,
from
he
left to
should have
right.
got Kyron Davis out of there earlier, man. That was a small late replacement.
It was a 6th or 7th round. He was probably just trying to like get some fill out rounds or whatever. But I don't
You a
know.
big David Benavidez fan?
Yeah, that's my dude. You know, Caleb Plant went the distance with Caleb Truax, so you can't say, oh, he should have got the dude out of there earlier.
Nah,
Anthony
I
Darrell,
mean, but
Anthony
Caleb
Darrell
Plant,
sparred Truax out in the first round.
yeah, but Caleb Plant is not really a puncher. Like I wasn't expecting that to happen. But I see what you're saying. If you're saying he doesn't have power to hurt Caleb Truax, imagine fucking David Benavidez coming at him throwing 100 punches per round. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, the thing is, Dan Canobia, he was in Chicken Talk. He said Benavidez only gets hit with 22% of his punches, so he's actually sharper defensively than people think.
Really?
Yeah,
That's interesting. I don't know. To me, especially in that last fight, I really just felt like he came so. I don't know. Like he looked sloppy. He looked very sloppy in his last fight. That's what I
yeah,
took from it.
yeah. I think his best performance was against his best opponent, Anthony Darrell.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, even coming up, you remember that knockout he had? It was like a fucking 100 combination against Porky Medina.
Yeah, and Caleb Plant went the distance with Porky Medina. I'm just
Well,
saying.
I know. I listen. I never said Plant was a puncher. I never said that. But I do see talent. I'm not gonna lie. I see talent, man. He's not a bum. He's not a bum. He doesn't hit as hard as Benavidez. That's a straight fact. And I do see your point. Like I could see his constant pressure, constant power, and superior stamina wearing on Plant and him getting the knockout. I could guess I can see it, but he needs to work on those skills, man. I haven't been impressed lately.
Yeah, fair point, but he's only 25, so he's only going to get better. But he's supposed to fight David Lemieux in April, which is
Yeah,
it's a
but
solid fight. But
yeah, he's gonna kill this kid though. Like anybody really picking David Lemieux?
there's no one else for Benavidez to fight. He tried to fight
No, but this is the
Usagi, but
WBC. This is the
yeah, he got
WBC. This is an
Houston.
interim fight. Like, I don't know, man. Like, yo, you putting that poor guy in there with one of the most ferocious fighters in all of boxing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he just stuck like a bad place. There's really no one else for him to fight. He's just fighting leftovers.
Yeah, because he has nobody to blame but himself though. Yo, missing weight, sniffing coke, like nah, man. Like all that shit really fucked him up, like financially, bro. Had he still had a belt, he would have fought Canelo because Canelo was trying to go undisputed.
Well, hey, let the record show Canelo wasn't trying to go undisputed until Benavidez lost the belt. But But yeah,
Oh no! Don't tell me you a fucking Canelo hater, bro. Canelo moved up and he fought the #1 guy, the guy who had the Ring magazine.
the thing is, I actually used to not like Canelo, but I actually do like Canelo. But I would actually pick Canelo to win to beat Benavidez, but it's still a good fight.
I think Benavidez, that tough shit not gonna work on Canelo. When Canelo's ducking and dodging and uppercutting you and fucking hitting you to the body, it's a different level than a fucking Porky Medina, Anthony Durrell. It's just he's never fought anybody remotely to the level of Canelo. Once he get in that ring, he's getting knocked out. I think Canelo does him easy. I think Canelo does him in 5.
What? Who was the last person Canelo knocked out in 5? It was what's the dude's name? Turkish dude.
Yeah. So last year is when the last time he did it. Last year. You making my point.
You think Benavidez is Yildirim? It took Canelo like
no.
6 rounds, 7 rounds.
I don't think
to take out Rocky Fielding.
No, but listen, man. But yeah, the thing is, Rocky Fielding's style is not Benavidez style. Benavidez is more of a come forward style, and sometimes he comes in sloppy. And there's one thing you can never say about Canelo is that he's sloppy. He's somebody who's very sharp with his punches. And in between those sloppy overhand rights, if he catches him with an uppercut, that'll be a punch he don't see, and he'll get knocked the fuck out, bro. I don't know. That's just my opinion, man. I think Canelo,
I don't lie to you. That does worry me.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Not the more you hear it, you're like, damn, you're right.
Yeah,
it's like you remember in the Cotto fight when Cotto threw a jab and Canelo did a pull counter, pulled his head back, threw a right hand over the jab, ducked the right hand, and then came over with a left hook. It was like magic. It's like he knows what you're doing. And somebody sloppy who's coming forward is just going to be eating some of the sharpest, hardest punches probably that's ever been thrown.
Yeah, that shit is special. I won't lie.
Yeah, man. He's went undisputed in less than 11 months. 3 of them by knockout. He beat Callum Smith by decision, and then he knocked out Yildirim, knocked out Billy Joe, and then knocked out Caleb Plant, like all just bang, 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 like back to back to back. In 11 months.
It's crazy because I started boxing like a few months ago, and then I was sparring with my coach, and I would never throw my right hand because I was scared he would counter me. So then I finally understood why they would never throw their right hand against Canelo. I was like, oh, that's why they don't throw it.
Yeah, no, and that's why a lot of people were wondering why Pacquiao didn't throw a lot of punches against Mayweather is because he was getting fucking countered. It's like you learn your lesson to not throw as much when every time you go try to throw a punch, you're getting punched in the face. Yeah. But yo, Stringer, I appreciate you. Yo, but you an amateur boxer, by the way?
Oh no, I just box like for fun. I mean,
okay.
I don't know how far I could take it, but I don't know.
How old are you?
24. So it's too late.
No, it's not too late. I mean, it depends if you really dedicate yourself. I never try to limit people, you know what I'm saying? But this will have to be like a full-time thing. Like you will have to like quit school or quit your job and fully go in. Like if you're really trying to make it. But if you just trying to fuck with it, then yeah, like
you know Alchemist Boxing Fitness in Bushwick.
Nah, but I live close to Bushwick. Where's that? I know Brotherhood Boxing Club in Bushwick.
It's it's off. It's close to Knickerbocker Ave.
Nah, never. That's where you go.
Oh yeah, Bleecker, or actually, it's on Bleecker Street in Brooklyn. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Knickerbocker.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pass by one day. That's where you at? That's where you at?
Yeah.
All right. Any pros there?
No, I think he's just working with some like young kids for real, and maybe some amateurs.
All right, maybe I'll pull up. I'll see what it's about. I'll see what it's about. But good looking out. I gotta go to work, brother.
All right, thanks.
All right, my man. See ya. Yo, guys, I appreciate all you guys being on the live with me. Hit that like button before you go. Subscribe if you haven't already. Shout out to y'all for always pulling up to the live. This was the first episode. I got breaking news on my first episode. That was dope. Again, let me screen share that one more time before I go. That's fucking huge news in the sport of boxing. And we've been missing big news in boxing. Look, Fury versus White. Frank Warren wins bid with a record $41 million purse bid. That's fucking crazy, man. It's a lot of money. Lot of money. This is how much Fury's taking home. He's taking home, how much was it? Damn, I can't find it. He's taking home like 36 million or something like that. I can't find it, but and White is taking home somewhere around close to 8. But all right, guys, peace.